G'day everyone and welcome to Monte Alban. Mon Alban. I have heard this pronounced so many ways that I am confused with how it's pronounced. Anyways, we are at the oldest pyramid ruins complex in Mexico. Older than Chichen Itza, older than Uxmal, older than all of them, and I cannot wait to get into this, to have a look myself, but also to show you guys how truly impressive, once again, Mexico is. So this is the entrance just here. Obviously I've gone up a little bit. This is the reception area here. Plenty of people around. But I've heard, don't be deterred by the people, because inside the complex is massive and you will not feel the effects of too many people here, which is awesome. But I'll just take you in just really quickly while I've got a couple of minutes. As you can see, Monte Alban, Oaxaca. Let's just see what's in here quickly. Well, this is actually a really good way to start the tour. It's like a free museum. So this area you don't need to pay to get into. It's all the engraved stones. Oh, this is awesome. All the dishes that they used to use. Unreal. It's probably how they found it, or how they would have found it, but it hasn't been repaired, which is awesome as well. I hate when places repair everything to make it not look natural. But obviously these stones have been removed from outside and put inside now to preserve them, and they made an awesome museum out of them with all their incredible engravings, which would be lost in a few thousand more years with erosion. So cool. Awesome, love it so much. Oh, this is a cool one here as well. It's in proper light, which makes it stand out so much more. The engravings are a lot more vivid as well. Awesome. Alright, well, let's get stuck into this complex. I'm too excited. I can't wait any longer. So let's go. So this right here is an entrance to a tomb. It's obviously been blocked off now, so you can't see any further in there. But yeah, just fascinating that it is a tomb. Incredible. And this looks pretty cool over here too. And this here is also a tomb. More open. Obviously the roof has been taken off and you can see right into it now. So cool. Kind of wish you could go up and have a look around, but the fence says no. So yeah, that is, I believe, tomb number 7. And how extensive is it, this tomb? It's all the way around the back here. It's almost two stories. So cool.
Because now it smells like pine. But we're gonna change the aroma with a... Do you understand, guys? They still using natural resin for glue. I showed you some of them on the way. Some of them. And something else. Look at this mask. So this mask is a jaguar, the sacred animal by Zapotec. But the most incredible, chicos, look the stones. This is the replica, the authentic replica of the original one. If you want to see the original one, you need to go to the Anthropological Museum of Mexico City. Diles que
Deita, piedra petrificada, traen muchas piedras. Si gustan verlas, sin compromiso.
y tienes alguna que tenga
Unbelievable.
brillo
So
para
this
que lo
was
vean.
made from the glue
And look at this one.
from the sap of this tree
This
here.
one is shiny.
So cool.
So they use the cactus sap
Unreal.
with cacahuate and copal. I put to somebody
Y este
this
es
one.
en
It's a
pequeño.
him because he's
And here's a smaller one as well.
¿Y a quién le enseñó usted?
Mi abuelo.
¿Su abuelo?
Mi abuelo,
So
porque
ya es de
That's
familia.
so cool.
mi papá
I want
no
one.
le gustaba, pero
I wonder
mi
if you can
abuelo
buy
sí
it.
hacía sus trabajos, a mí me gustó.
So
Ahora
cool.
mi hijo no le gusta.
Ajá. El bisnieto.
Mi nieto,
Ajá.
This right here is probably the best view that you're going to get of Oaxaca. Finally, I'm saying it right, Oaxaca. So, as you can see it in the distance there, so mountainous this region, as I said earlier. But look at that. What a view. Unfortunately, it's a little bit smoggy today. Smog is, as I've become aware, really common in Mexico with all the cars and vehicles and farmers lighting fires at the moment. But yeah, such a cool view of, I'll zoom it back in, Oaxaca. That is where I'm staying down there. Looks pretty big from up here. So cool. So this right here is the tallest building in this place. Now, Monte Alban is a bit of guesswork. They have no idea what these buildings were used for or anything like that. So, but this one is magnetic. So when you take a compass inside there, it goes crazy. So yeah, that to me is also unbelievable. But again, they have no idea what this site was used for. They are purely guessing as to what these buildings were used for. So the guide was just saying about this place, there's about 7 buildings in one, or 7 floors or stories, I guess you could say. And again, he's reiterating that they have no idea what these were used for. It's unbelievable, and just to sit here and guess as to what each story was used for, yeah, everyone could come up with a theory, I guess, but yeah, we will never know, which is kind of cool as well. It's cool just to sit back here and just dream and guess what used to be done here back in those days, many years ago. On this sign here they say astronomical observatory, but again, do they know that for sure? No. Is it a good guess? Probably, but yeah, no one really knows. Just like other ruins around the world, I remember Machu Picchu being the same. They have incorporated drainage into their rock work. So bloody smart. Now we're heading over to what looks like a really impressive pyramid right here. Oh, and have a look at the surrounding area. Absolutely incredible. I can see why they're built on top of this hill with the outlook of those mountains in the background there. Very much like Machu Picchu. Now let me speak about my tour group just for a little bit. Do you know what's more annoying than Americans? It is loud Americans, talkative Americans, joining an English speaking group and constantly wanting to talk Spanish. Now there were 2 tour groups today, one English and one Spanish. Why the hell didn't they speak or go in the group that spoke Spanish? They are being so fucking annoying to the point where I want to ditch this group and just walk around by myself. So yeah, you know who you are. One in a white t-shirt there holding hands, or both of them really. One with a hat on here. Fucking annoying. Just shut up, please. Please. In your next tour that you do, if you ever see this video. But my God, look at this area. Back on target, because this is impressive. Wow, absolutely impressive.
Nice. Nice. Oh, raccoons or rats. Mace. Mace.
I'll head over and listen to the guide.
So I'm not really sure, but if you go to Chichen Itza, Teotihuacan, Palenque, you can hear exactly the same sound. Something else. Look the stairs. Steep and wide. And wide because it's an amphitheater. The people sit on those kind of places. But it's steep. And remember, these people were shorty people. No more than...
So this is a well type facility here, and it was used for sacrifices yet again. Sacrifices of jaguars, sacrifices of dogs, sacrifices of animals in general. And just behind us here we have columns that used to be approximately 5 meters high. Again, they're guessing, but at either end is where the royalty used to sit and watch the activities that happened within this square here. So cool. An absolutely remarkable place. You know, at the start of this tour I was thinking, oh, is this it? But it truly just keeps on getting better and better and better. Unreal. Okay, so we've just come from down there, the sacrificial well as I'm calling it, to wait until you see what is behind me. Absolutely, truly, unbelievably impressive. This matches Chichen Itza, Uxmal, not quite Machu Picchu, but pretty fucking close, to be honest. It is absolutely unbelievable. Incredible. Yeah, from the start, where you start, it's not that good, but you get to this and it is, my God, I've actually got goosebumps. This is so cool. And this is exactly why I travel. An unbelievable place. Let me zoom in and I'll do a slow pan. Simply astonishing, simply beautiful, simply incredible. Again, smiles for days. Can't believe I'm here. Absolutely incredible. Bloody love it. So just while I'm up here, thought I'd show you more of the surrounding view. This is the other side of the mountain now, not the Oaxaca side. It does look like another village or town down there, or maybe it's just an extension of Oaxaca. Let's zoom in again. Such an incredible area. There's some old ruins down there as well. But we've been given an hour of free time now, so I'm going to do a deep dive into these pyramids down here. So let's get into it. Really excited just to get a little bit closer to these and check them out. Got to find the way down, which is here. Oh, cool. Amazing. Love these old staircases. Have a look at this. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, let's get into this. Thought I might film some of myself going down here, just for legit travel insurance claim purposes. It's funny how these steps are always so steep. Always, wherever you travel to these pyramids in Mexico, the steps are steep. Wow. Look at this vast area. There's a lot of tourists here today, but they don't really make an impact because the place is so big, which is awesome. And these are the original stairs here that obviously you're not allowed to climb up and down on. This thing here is interesting. Is this a tombstone? A tombstone of everyone that's fallen down and died? Oh, cool. It's got engravings on it. How's that face there? What is it? Originally discovered by Leopoldo Bartes at the beginning of the 20th century, this stela is also referred to as an obelisk due to the point at its upper extremity. Doesn't really say what it is. Again, guessing, but there's engravings all around it here. Does look like a tombstone though. And this area just behind it here. Really, really cool. Really cool. Alright, so we've got an hour, as I said, of free time now. Just going to do a deep dive into this area. It's quite interesting. I was talking to one of the Canadians in my group, and we all had exactly the same thoughts of the Americans in our group. Why the hell didn't you just choose a Spanish speaking group? You're not impressing anyone by speaking Spanish, so shut the hell up. And it was funny, we looked at each other and we both shook our heads like, oh my god, rolled our eyes. Our luck getting these people in our group. But anyways, we're away from them now. We've got an hour to ourselves, so let's check this incredible area out. First stop is a ceremonial complex. It is very big. Fortunately you can't climb on it because years and years of people walking all over it would deteriorate it quite quickly, but you can't see up into it. But really interesting that these complexes seem to be all with regards to ceremonies. And that makes me yet again cast my mind back to those days where, imagine living here back in the day when this place was operational. It would have been brutal, it would have been extraordinary, it would have been fascinating, it would have been absolutely unbelievable to live here back in those days. You actually can't even imagine it. As I said earlier, we're actually guessing what these buildings are all about. Obviously there's no one surviving to tell us what they're all about, so we're purely guessing. Some good guesses, we must admit, but still we have no idea. And how incredible it would have been to witness what the real purpose of these structures were back in those days. Bloody unreal. Alright, let's have it over to this one. Now let's find out what this huge one is. It looks like it's perhaps the biggest one in this complex. I'll mention the weather again. I've quit looking at the weather forecast because it's the most consistent weather I've seen in my life. It's probably hovering, what is it? My watch says 16. That's incorrect because I don't have any mobile data at the moment, but probably hovering around 23, 24, 25. It is absolutely perfect. Let's see what this one's all about. Oh, it's a doorway in there. Oh, really wish I could go in there. Unfortunately, cannot. I'll read a little bit about this and get back to you. This unbelievable structure here is called the Great Plaza. Now, it has various palaces inside. Obviously, you can't see them from ground level, but just believe me, it does. Again, on the sign, they're admitting that they don't know what this place was really used for, but the stonework is unbelievable, and different types as well, to different levels. So you got the stairs, you got this first wall here, and then you got the second wall behind it, all different types of stonework. So cool. Another really interesting thing that my tour guide just said to us earlier is when the stones or the stonework have little stones in the mortar here, it means that it's not original. This is done all around the world. So whenever they're fixing up a structure like this, they will use little pebbles. Now, where's a good example? In the mortar here, to demonstrate that this is not original work. I did not know that. So now, every time I'm going to go to one of these structures, I'll see if they've got the stones in it to know whether it's original or not. So this wall up here does not have those stones in it. So therefore, it's original work. See, no stones at all. Fascinating. I'm so glad he told me that. Because sometimes I wonder, I go, is this original or not? It doesn't look original, who knows? But it is. No, it's just, yeah, fascinating. Bloody love that kind of stuff. Alright, let's see what's around the corner. Awesome, you can actually go inside this one. Let's see what's in here. Wow! Look at the stonework, the engravings. So cool. That's unbelievable. Incredible. Love it. I'm going to be saying this a lot, but this is also another fascinating feature of this complex. Now, these stones here, they're all engraved with majority men, and as I was reading the sign, most of the men are obese. So does obese mean that these men were really important back in the day and really wealthy, therefore they could eat a lot? That's what's going through my mind. That wasn't on the sign. I don't know, but yeah, really interesting. It's hard to make some of them out, and to be honest, the men don't look all that overweight, but back in those days, obviously they would have been. And the structure up here as well. I'll head up there in a tick. Just trying to avoid people as much as possible because they're being very loud, unfortunately. This one has super unique brickwork on it. Brickwork that we haven't really seen anywhere else. They're like normal everyday bricks that we use in our buildings, in our houses these days. I'll zoom in. Yeah, I wonder if this is a newer one. I wonder if the sign will tell us this. Am I right again? Yeah, really interesting. This one here, on the corner here, as you can see what I was just saying before, it's got the little pebbles in the mortar, has been reconstructed. But interesting. That'd be right. The sign is not here. So I can't say whether I was right or wrong there, but I'm saying I'm right. This also looks to be all reconstructed. That's a shame. I wish they kind of left it in state a little bit, some of these. They don't need to remake it like this. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. This whole complex looks like it's been reconstructed here. Very interesting. So this staircase right here is yet another example of Mexico getting something right. They leave areas open for humans to climb on. Humans need to get into areas like this. We just do. We're inquisitive, we're curious, and we like to touch and feel. And this is where Mexico nails it. You will find this in Chichen Itza as well. They'll leave areas open where humans can get into and experience the staircase and, I guess, life back then for themselves. And this is where Mexico is also better than Egypt. Egypt don't do this. You cannot climb on the pyramids at all. But this looks like an original staircase. I can't see any of the pebbles in the stonework. And what damage are humans going to do other than probably leaving indentations on the stone over time? They're not going to do much damage at all in this area. So leave it open, let people risk their lives. And if they fall, they fall. That's their fault. Bloody love that. Alright, what have we got? We've got half an hour left in here. Geez, time flies when you're having fun. So much fun. Might go over. See, this structure over here has not been maintained at all, and I kind of like it. It's good that they've done this as well. Not everything needs to look like that, maintained, because this is the way it was left or found when it was discovered. That is really cool. I love that. They also don't know why, what are they, Zapotec, I think, the people of this area disappeared. They don't know why. Whether it's an earthquake, whether it's a weather factor, whether it's an environmental factor, they do not know why the people left this area. There's a lot of mystery about this area, and I kind of love that. And you read a lot of things about the history, even Machu Picchu. I guess they've got a fair grasp of what happened there, but they do not fully know. It's a lot of guessing, and that's where your imagination can just run wild in these places and go, what did happen here? Can you come up with a totally separate story to the stories that have been told already? Probably. If you sit back and you spend some time here and just look over the place, you go, all right, that building was used for that, that building was used for that, these grounds were used for something else. You can make up your own story. No one's right, no one's wrong. It's awesome. Well, we're all wrong because we don't know. But yeah, really awesome. And there's huge structure in the middle here. Just such an awesome place. Alright, so I've found a disappointing thing, as I usually do in most places. Kind of look for the negative side of things as well as the positive, just to give everyone the true feedback of the place. A lot of these signs, and I don't know why, have been removed. So you cannot read anything about the structures. Again, it's information boards that are a guess, but most of them are really good guesses, and you want to hear what happened to these places or what these places were, or read about them. Sorry, not hear, or duh. But yeah, you cannot, because a lot of the information boards are missing. Disappointing. What do we got over here? It looks like another sacrificial well area to me. I'm an expert in these places now, obviously. Pretty bloody awesome. Pretty bloody awesome. I love that outlook there as well. That's where we started, up on those stairs, and the stairs that I came down on. Heading towards the exit now. What have we got? Another 25 minutes, so I might just scoot around and do a few photos now, and yeah, see what angles we can pull. Again, here, another sign missing. Very interesting. Maybe they're updating them, maybe they're changing the story of these places. Maybe another, I don't know, scientist or archaeologist or someone has come in and said, no, this is what happened here, all your signs are going to have to change. Who bloody knows? But really interesting. Alright, I'm going to take a few photos. So, this massive structure right smack bang in the middle of this complex does have its sign still remaining. And it says the platforms for 3 temples comprise this grouping, built over a natural rock outcrop beginning in the period 2, in brackets 100 BC AD 350. So, the history, again, I can't believe the ages on some of these places, and how, again, I'll say how life used to be back then. Would have been a very, very simple but brutal life, I can only imagine. Okay, we'll head now towards the exit, which is just over here. So if you're wondering, you enter over there, you pretty much do a whole lap around behind this central structure here, around the outskirts, and then it will bring you to the exit here. Pretty well set up, I must say. Or you can do it in the opposite direction, and maybe a better way to do it because there's no people over here at all, and you can go against the flow of people and avoid people probably at most stops, or you spend less time with them. Yeah, awesome place, awesome place. So happy I came here. Wow, this is an awesome area right here. It looks in too good a nick to not be. Oh yeah, it's been slightly reconstructed. Looks like the top half there, you can see the pebbles in the mortar. I'm not sure if you're able to see it from here. I'll zoom in anyway. Pebbles are in the top half of the mortar, but not the bottom half. So the top half has been reconstructed as per the bottom half. But what an awesome area. Looks like another area where they used to play games, I'm assuming. They loved their ball games back then. Or maybe they weren't balls, maybe they were throwing rocks, who knows. Did they have balls back then? I doubt it, but fascinating. And this gives us another good outlook of the complex. I'll go back one more time with it zoomed in. Bloody awesome. Absolutely awesome. Monte Alban, however you want to call this place. I think he joined the 2 words. I can't do it though. Monte Alban is incredible. And just one last look at the complex, if you haven't already seen enough of it, for you all. So, I really hope you've loved watching this video. Monte Alban, however you want to pronounce it. It is absolutely incredible, and I really hope that I've brought that to you in this video. My only tip for you is come by yourself. You do not need to come with a tour. It's only, 10 kilometers out of town, so get a taxi here. Probably even walk if you want, but it is uphill a little bit. If you have to come with a tour, that's all well and good. Whatever, you are given some free time, so I don't want to put you off coming with a tour. If you need to, I needed to because I didn't really want to spend money on a taxi, and by the time you get a taxi and come up here and go back down, it's probably going to be the same amount of cost for the tour anyway. So choose your own way. The tour guide did give some useful information though, so that was pretty cool. He even gave us some information with regards to the surrounding vegetation, which is also appreciated, and how they used to use it back in the day. Yeah, but this is an absolutely incredible place. Is it as good as Chichen Itza and Uxmal? Probably not, but as I said earlier in the video, this is older. This is the oldest complex in Mexico, so absolutely astounding. And by the way, I was right about this. This sign said it is a ball court, or we assume it's a ball court. Back in the day, it was used for that, and how fascinating it would have been to watch those games. Interestingly, you can, well, look at my clock, I'm almost running late. You can see one of the ball games in Merida. It's a village southeast, well, the city really, southeast in Mexico. And in that village or town, they actually play one of the ball games that they used to play back in the day. It is super technical, super hard, but really awesome to watch. So I encourage you all to come to this complex here, but also go down southeast and see those incredible pyramids there, because it is simply unbelievable. Anyways, better head back to the bus now. What a morning out. This is only a half day tour. Half day is also another tip, is all you need here. Is more than enough. I would not choose to do a full day tour. This half day tour is perfect because it'll drive you here, you have a guide for the day, for half the day, and then drive you back. Whereas the full day tours will take you to some tourist traps like a buffet restaurant and some other shops on the way. So choose your own way, but I highly recommend this half day tour at this incredible place. Alright guys, heading back now to Oaxaca. I can finally pronounce it correctly, and if that's not correct, I give up because I've pronounced it so many different ways. Cheers. I'm heading back now after navigating yet another series of steep stairs, which is interesting also because they were quite short back in those days, so it was a fair stretch for these people to get up and down these incredibly steep stairs. Cheers guys.